How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Karis, and you're watching You Don't Scare Me. Today we're going to be checking out the Necrophonic app. Just to prove that it's a bunch of bullshit, we're on my balcony. Just sitting out here on a nice sunny day, getting a lot of evidence from this little box here. And I want to tell you why. The Necrophonic app is actually just a application of pre-designed sound effects. It's a sound bank. The program has a whole bunch of audio files baked into it that play on random intervals. That has nothing to do with the questions that I'm asking, and has nothing to do with the spirit world. So, we're going to ask some questions to the Necrophonic app. We're going to ask some questions to the ghosts. We're going to do some salacious things here. We're going to do some really interesting things here. We're going to invite the ghosts into our home. We are going to invite the ghosts to possess me. And tomorrow, or the next day, or maybe next week, you might see another episode from me in the middle of a cemetery doing the exact same thing. You might think I'm not going to get possessed here because I'm clearly in a home that has never seen ghosts or have never experienced paranormal activity before, except for, the aphids that I've incinerated from my jalapeno plants, or the other heads of romaine lettuce that I've killed. With broccoli behind me that is currently dying. Also, if you guys are new here, or if you guys have been here for a while, welcome to my balcony. My name is Karis. I like to garden. But I live in an apartment building, so I do what I can, like growing strawberries. I haven't gotten any strawberries yet, I'll be honest with you. But I'm seeing a lot of new growth, so I'm hopeful that I will see strawberries before I overwater the plant and inevitably kill it. We also have some geraniums up here. We got some squash growing up there. Trust me, it's not a great place to grow squash. I just had some seeds and I was having fun with it. We got a nice hanging tomato plant. We got some catnip over there. Bunch of wildflowers growing in a nice trellis pot. We got some helleborus, which are currently dying, and some mini rose bush, which is dead, and some lily of the valley, which are currently dying. I didn't say I was a good gardener. We got some cucumbers. We got some romaine lettuce. The reason why romaine lettuce looks so leggy is because I don't know how to harvest it properly, and so I keep taking from the outside. Take from the top. Take from the top. Don't take from the outside. Take from the inside. Got some citronella here. Got some broccoli behind me, and some Colombian basil, or Columbus basil, which is the only basil I haven't managed to kill yet. Any basil I bought, I've killed within like a couple of days. So if you guys hear anything from the spirit box, that any answers to my question, they're not ghosts. But if they are, they're the spirits of the plants that I keep killing in my endless pursuit to be a plant person. Anyways, let's start this little bullshit investigation. Hello, everybody. Hello, ghosts. My name is Karis. My door is open to you. I welcome you into my home. I welcome you into my soul and into my person. I welcome you into my life. You are more than welcome to take up residence in my home. You're more welcome to throw things at me. You're more than welcome to treat me as poorly as you want. You're not real, and I don't care. Demons, you are also welcome. Feel free to haunt me. Ooh. Yes. He said no. I said yes. You're welcome. In any case, the only burning or the only damage I'm going to sustain is the fucking sun. So let's ask some questions. We'll see if we get some meaningful responses, not just some jarble and garble. Right now we've got the sweeping rate set to just about 75%. So we're going to start this little investigation with the age-old question: are you here? Is there anybody here who would like to speak to me? Is there anybody here who would like to speak to me? Frond? Library. One thing I'm going to note is that a lot of these sounds are very distinctly ghost noises, like creepy moans and whatever. Maybe the sweeping rate is too high, so we're going to put up to 100%. Hello? Sweep rate 100%. Now there's nothing. Are there any ghosts here, or are there any people or spirits or any entity that would like to speak to me today? Hey, there's my isopropyl alcohol. I was wondering where that went. Are there any spirits here that would like to speak to me? Are there any spirits here who do not wish to speak to me and can tell me to F off? I should put my earbuds in so I can hear this better. If there are any spirits here, can you please tell me your name? You see, I'm getting a lot of responses here. The Necrophonic app is currently up on this video. I will have stitched it in as well as put the audio in, turn the audio down a little bit so that you can hear me as well as the Necrophonic app. I will isolate any kind of potential responses that I might get and sort of amplify that audio so that you can understand that, just as I understand, it's a bunch of bullshit. If there are any ghosts who would like to speak with me today, I would like you to tell me a simple word, and it could be very, very. Let's go with the word cheese. Can you say cheese to me? Can you say the word cheese to me? No. Link? I don't know what the sweeping rate is supposed to be doing. There is no radio in this phone. This is a Pixel 9. There is no sweeping audio. There's no, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, like, actual radio stations that are coming through here. There is no FM transmitter or AM receiver, FM receiver in here. So it is just cycling through or sweeping through a bunch of pre-designed noises that play through this thing, like, on a normal basis. Anybody who pulls out the Necrophonic app or any kind of application that does ghost hunting doesn't know anything about ghost hunting, or is just doing it to get their rocks off on you. None of these people are genuine to you. None of these people are actually putting their efforts into actually doing paranormal investigations. They're just trying to. I mean, if they're trying to entertain you, this is the whole thing that I keep saying. If I'm doing this to entertain you, the whole purpose is to entertain you. And so I will be very clear with you and say, hey, I have modified these video files to entertain you. But what these people are doing is they're pretending like ghosts are real and trying to trick you into subscribing to their channel and coming back and sell you merchandise and stuff like that. Their goal is to take advantage of you. That's not what Nick and I are doing. If we have paranormal investigation, like we have evidence in our investigations, we have an episode coming up very soon. I'm still doing some editing on it. I've got planning 3 different episodes out of this one ghost hunt, or 2 ghost hunts. The first ghost hunt we did was at Farnham Cemetery in the Puslinch area. Fantastic place. We were very tired. We were very skittish because it was the first time we'd been in that cemetery in the middle of the night. We weren't sure if it was a patrolled cemetery, if we were even allowed to be there, and so we were very skittish with that. I do have the first half of the video, and I did catch some really interesting EVPs. And I'll tell you right now, I have not added any artificial EVPs into that video. All I did was I had my shotgun mic here, which is really cool. We actually got it set up like a parabolic mic, and so it's obviously a fine tuned to catch directional audio in like one direction audio, and so it's really good at capturing all the noise. Unfortunately, cars on the street behind me. Not that you're going to hear that because this is the lavalier mic I'm using right now, not the shotgun mic, but it's super good at capturing everything in front of it. And so we can put a cone around that, which I'm planning on making something like a cone, just to stick on the microphone so that it's only catching the directional audio from in front of it. We're going to point it into the cemetery when we're doing our Ouija board session, because we did a Ouija board session. One of our commenters asked us to go out into a cemetery and use the Ouija board and then not say goodbye. And we did that. We gave it our best try. We're not totally sure how you use a Ouija board. Did 3 little circles, asked a bunch of questions, spent about 20-30 minutes trying to mess with it. And then Nick, he flicked the planchette. We walked away. We took our hands off the planchette. We welcomed the ghosts into our lives. We did all that stuff inside of a cemetery, an unnamed cemetery this time, because we're realizing that it's probably better to not publicize these things. So going forward, all of our hunts are in undisclosed locations, unless we have been specifically or very specifically invited to investigate a specific place. You're likely not going to learn the name of where we're going to be going anymore. just to protect the environments that we are investigating. Because if we do end up collecting some evidence, some like jaw dropping or like credible evidence, we don't want people trampling all over these cemeteries trying to get similar results. Like, hey, they got so much evidence here, let's all go and make a mess of this place. So we are going to be very tongue in cheek about it. We're gonna keep our mouth shut as to where we're going, to prevent damage to these environments and to protect the conservation of specific areas like parks and stuff that we might go and visit. So yeah, anyways, this investigation that we did was Farnham Cemetery. It was the last one that we did. Nick and I were very tired, and so there's not too much content in the video. At one point, we switch over to doing like our little attempted talk to the ghosts themselves, which was really good. But in our first interaction, when we were closest to the cemetery, I did catch some really interesting EVPs. There was the sound of some tape, some people whispering, and I've isolated that audio and I've boosted that audio and I've taken the audio from the shotgun mic and I've enhanced that audio while reducing our lavalier mics. The lavalier mics don't really catch anything because they're directed towards us. They're meant to only capture the voice of the person who's talking, not environmental sound. So all the EVPs that you're getting are coming from that shotgun mic, and the clearest I could possibly get it, with the exception of all the cars driving by in the background, masking all the audio. So it's going to be really cool. Look forward to that. I believe, hopefully, I'll have it done by this weekend, and it'll be coming out to you probably next week. I don't know if Nick wants to release it as a Tuesday video, like a Twins Tuesday, Double Trouble. But that's up to him as being the invested one in the channel. Then the second episode, I've gathered all the footage for, and I have begun to start looking at it. That's the Ouija board episode that I was mentioning to you. That one I'm going to take a lot longer to sort of sift through, because the first one we weren't too sure about. The second one we're pretty serious about that episode. So I'm going to do my due diligence and we'll spend as much time as I need to make sure that that's as good as possible for you. Nick will release his own cut later on, probably without all the evidence that I collected or any of the evidence that I boosted. But it is what it is. So, in any case, let's get back to the necrophonic app and wrap this up. I'm literally getting burnt. I'm going to move forward a little bit so I'm out of the sun. Hi. Actually, I'm going to double check, make sure this is recording too. Cool, we're still recording. Okay. That's a little bit better. I might not be totally in frame now, but sorry about that. I'm probably fine. I'll just scooch down a little bit. Okay. Is there anybody here who would like to speak to us? Please use the necrophonic app here. Use my energy, use the spiritual energy. I give you full permission to touch me. I give you full permission to interact with me. You're more than welcome to possess me, to say your two piece. If there's anybody here with me today, would you like to say cheese? Cheese is the word I am looking for. I will not take any other types. If you say brie, or if you say Gouda, or if you say cheddar, I'm not going to take it. The word has to be cheese. I will accept poutine, though, as another word. You know what I find really profoundly interesting is that this is supposed to be recycling through radio stations to collect evidence, but all of these noises are ghost noises. They're disembodied voices. They're not the sounds of like radio stations, because like when you are tuning through radio stations, the stations that you would normally get would be like Tuesday or Mattress, like none of that's coming through. It's just boo, I'm a ghost. Once again, ghosts, spirits of the dead, anybody who has passed or anybody who is currently alive and wants to speak through my necrophonic app, the word I am looking for is cheese. If you can say cheese to me, we'll move on to the next question. No, not deli. Cheese. Nope, cheese. I'm looking for cheese. I'm looking for the word cheese. I will point out that the necrophonic app did not ask me for any permission to use my phone book or any kind of like special application request. If it had asked me to use my very dirty microphone, if it had asked me to use my microphone on my phone, I would have seen that like it would take responses from my voice and to return those prompts to me. Maybe in a more modern version of the Necrophonic app, it does that. It would like listen to the sound of the room, maybe catch some people talking, and then respond to those questions directly using AI or something. But that's not what's happening here. This is just a raw audio bank with a really fun whatever. I call it fun, but it looks like somebody made it in bloody MS Paint. A little Pentecostal. The pentagram over there? Oh my God, guys, this is not a satanic symbol. It's the symbol of protection. It's a pagan symbol, or is it pagan? Wiccan? It's the Wiccan. I don't know. It's a symbol. It's a protection circle. It's not a satanic symbol. Oh, it's satanic now? No, no, it's still the circle of protection, but upside down. It's not how it works. It's not a mockery. It's just not the way it works. That symbol is a symbol of a circle of protection. Well, Magic cards, Magic the Gathering cards have that too. It's a circle of protection. It doesn't work that way. It's not. Even the one below it is the Star of David. It's the Star of David. Like the people who made this app don't even understand. Like even the one that's in the circle, it almost could be a satanic symbol. But it's just the symbolism is not nothing about this app's symbolism is satanic or anything. They use also like 3 different fonts. I actually recognize the Reverb font as the you wouldn't steal a car font, so that's fun. There's 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 different fonts in here. Oh boy. In any case, it's a poorly designed app. If you guys want a satanic symbol on your app, you look up like satanic symbols and not Google satanic symbols. No, look at symbols of Satan and Satanism. You'll find plenty of demonic symbols that refer to demonic possession or demonic entities. Like the devil himself is it's a cross. It's like the cross, but it's got an extra rung and then an infinity symbol on the bottom. I believe that's a symbol for Satan himself. So if you guys want to put that on your app, it leads a little bit more credibility. But when you have like a cross and you turn that cross upside down, that's joke's on you. It's actually just a religious symbol. It's called the cross of Saint Peter the Martyr. Saint Peter believed that he was not fit to be, in very loose terms, he was not fit to be crucified the same way that Jesus Christ was. So he was crucified upside down. So guess what? Your satanic symbol is actually just the symbol of a martyr. Saint Peter the Martyr. Not that St. Peter's a loser, I'm saying. Do your research. The Conjuring upside down crosses. The only thing that I can excuse that for is maybe those crosses were actually turned upside down as a mockery of the Holy Trinity or of the Spirit of Jesus Christ. Like maybe they turned it upside down to trick the humans because humans are so gullible that they believe that upside down crosses are satanic symbols. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But if the crosses turning upside down were the indication that they were speaking to a demon, it's not how it works. Also, the Annabelle doll going missing. Who cares? That doll's not possessed. It's a freaking stuffed animal. The Buffetts, the Warren and Elaine Buffett or whatever their names are, they're taking you to bank. They're cashing in on your stupidity. You can't honestly believe that there's a doll that's possessed. I have again welcomed ghosts into my home. Jury's out on whether that's going to be profitable in the long term, but I'll tell you right now, if I welcome ghosts into my home and I start getting haunted, then I'm getting YouTube money because I'm going to be recording ghosts haunting me. Why wouldn't I invite them into my home? Every time somebody asks me, would you lose a leg for $1 million or work for the rest of your life for $1 million? I'd be like, take my leg. I don't care. Give me the million bucks. I'll take bodily harm for $1 million. In any case, the Necrophonic app is stupid. Thanks for tuning into the channel today. If you guys want to see more of what we do, and if you guys want to see me go to the cemetery to try the Necrophonic app and welcome demonic possession and ghosts into my life and ask them exclusively to torture me or maim me or any PC any words that I can say on YouTube without getting demonetized once we get monetized, You guys want to see that? If you want to see us go out to the cemetery and test any tools or any kind of haunted place and test tools, I'm more than happy to. Like I said, Nick and I went out to the cemetery the other day with a Ouija board. Like most people said, by the way, the Ouija board is just a toy. And I'm gonna turn this down. It's really annoying me now. Actually, let's turn the sweep rate down and see what happens. Give it a couple more seconds while I'm explaining this. Didn't seem like it stopped. Seems like it's going about the same speed. In any case, yeah, so Nick and I went out to the cemetery. We did our little Ouija board. One of our commenters said, "You really don't believe in ghosts? Go out to a cemetery with a Ouija board and don't say goodbye." We never said goodbye. We never said goodbye on that board. Nick has that board. He's mounting it in his room. We brought some let's say lucky charms with us to help spirits interact with us. Some small things that should otherwise be considered attractants for ghosts and spirits of the like. Nothing happened except for getting bug bites, like this one. The only thing we got was bug bites. So in any case, let's ask a couple more questions and then we're gonna sign off tonight. If there's anybody here who would like to speak to me, do so now. I will accept the words cheese, poutine, fight me, you little bitch, and tiny hands, or hold me closer, tiny dancer. Or is it Tony Danza? Once again, the words that I am looking for are cheese, poutine, pumpkin, WD-40, I'll also accept that mic went in my mouth. I don't know if you saw that. It went in my mouth. Enjoy the slapping tongue noises. I will also accept sunburn. On the count of 5, I will be shutting this guy off. You have those 5 seconds to say the word cheese to prolong this investigation. I heard try again. I want cheese. Say cheese. Cheese. Before I sign off, we'll do a countdown in just a second. Before I sign off, I'd like to remind everybody and all the ghosts and spirits and everybody in any possessions or any kind of demonic entities that are around me right now, I welcome you into my home. The door is open. You are more than welcome to come in and haunt me and possess me and do whatever you want. I don't care. As long as you don't touch my pothos plants. I'm very proud of those pothos. Don't touch my plants. You can touch me though. You're more than welcome to make contact with me. More than welcome to possess me. Do whatever you want. If I die tomorrow, that's +1 for ghost hunting. You are more than welcome to possess me. You are more than welcome to interact with my house, my home. Dickhead, you just honked behind me. You're welcome to touch him too. That one's free. Yeah. Pork. I've heard that same audio clip like 3 times. Now, once again, I'm counting down from 5. If you can't say anything, you can't say cheese within the next 5 seconds, you can say cheese to me in the cemetery. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They said 2 at the same time as I did. 2. What? It's kind of weird. I'm pretty sure it said 1. But let's try again from top. 5, 4, 4. That's kind of neat. 5, 4, 3. I said 2 again. 1. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, actually. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bumblebee tuna. Whatever. For a second there, I could have sworn I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to keep recording. Actually, yeah, yeah, I'm going to keep recording until I'm done here. That's kind of funny actually. For a quick second there, I could have sworn that it was it was counting down with me. But anyways, that's going to do it for today. This has been You Don't Scare Me. My name is Karis. I welcome ghosts into my life. I welcome spirits into my life because they are not real and I don't care. If you guys want to see more of this content, subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment below. What tools do you want us to go into a cemetery and test? What tools do you want us to go into a haunted place and test? What tools do you want us to go into an abandoned mental institution, an insane asylum to test? We are more than happy to do that for you because ghosts aren't real and you can't scare us. Have a good night, guys. Peace. Just kidding, I gotta pick that up. Oh, I'm gonna make a mess. Peace.